Good morning. We are currently taking the meat chickens to my friend's house. Another one of my friends came last night and she left her yard bird chicken plucker here. Raphael, that one might have to stay because it's a little small. Let me show you what we're doing. These are already, I think, 10 weeks old, and they aren't huge. Does it feel bigger than that other one? Or does it feel small?
I said they feel about the same.
Yeah, so let's leave those two in there. Close that cage. Let's see how these over here feel. There's a few that are still just way too small. We processed one bird last night when my friend was here dropping off the plucker. And it worked so fast, but as you can see, these birds are still tiny, and I don't want to process them because they have really no meat on their body. Looks like all those can go. Kind of disappointing. The amount of meat they had on them is really disappointing. They're maybe a little bit bigger than a bantam rooster that I've processed. Process a lot of bantam roosters, but this is how many he's got in this cage right now. We're gonna go ahead and move this to the truck because, I mean, they are still kind of heavy with so many in one cage. All right, so there's 12 in there, and this one's gonna go back to the cage. It has it's tiny. Tiny. So if you want to know where I got these birds from that I've spent 10 weeks feeding, I'm sorry, these guineas are just so loud. I have spent 10 weeks feeding these birds. In my very first original post about getting these birds, I let you know who I got them from. Again, I don't want to name names because they are going to pay for me to get some more birds from them. They're reimbursing me with a code, not a monetary reimbursement, but a credit towards their hatchery. But if you want to go back to my first two videos, I think 2 or 3 videos, that I tell you there where I got these birds from. So they are averaging about 4.5 pounds, but some of them are only 3 pounds, as this one you can see. Okay, so there's 25 in here. If you remember correctly, I ordered 30, and I received 2 extras. I had 1 or 2 that just would not grow, and they died. I had a few that died because it was so cold. I had a few that died because the bigger ones were stepping on the small ones, and yeah. They're not horribly small, but they're not anywhere compared to where they're supposed to be at. Alright guys, so we've just processed about 50 birds. Some of them are still on a table. We have used a yard bird plucker that my friend got off of Amazon. I can leave a link in the description. I have 1 rooster left to pluck. I will show you that process. But this is what we're doing over here. So we are processing these birds, cutting the feet off. Make sure you get that oil gland off the back of the bird. It is located about here. Some of the feathers didn't come all the way off, but it is so much faster of a process with this plucker. It's about $500. These are the birds that are done. There's some silky crosses in there. You can see that they have black skin and bones. Some of these are mine, some of these are my friend's. She had a lot of extra roosters that she just wanted to go ahead and process while we had the plucker here. But I have this rooster here scalding. Get these tongs so I can grab its legs because it's hot. So once the wing feathers easily come off and the skin comes off the feet, you take it over to the plucker. It has a connection for the water hose, but the water hose spigot is way over there. So it's just more convenient and easy and fast for us to just turn it on like this. It does take longer because these are older roosters. I thank you all for watching. I'm sorry I didn't record more, but we literally started and we did not stop until my birds were done. And some of my friends, we did 23 of my birds. I do have 3 more that were tiny that I left here this morning. And then I did 10 roosters that were hers. We took a quick break and we started right back, and I did 2 more big roosters of hers, and then I did 13 or 14 of her meat birds, and her meat birds were tiny compared to mine. But I didn't want to do a whole lot of recording and holding other people up. I did all of the killing until we got to my friend's birds. The second batch, her daughter went ahead and I helped her to cull those and then continue with the process from there. I also did a lot of cleaning of the organs, separating the gallbladder from the liver and the heart, and opening the gizzard and cleaning it out. I kept all of the feet, all of the hearts, livers, and gallbladders. My friend did not want any of those things. The person who allowed us to use the plucker, she did not have any birds to process. This lady saw me on Facebook. She knew that I was really searching for a chicken plucker. We've been friends for a while, but she just saw that I had a need, and she had a discussion with her husband and says, look, this is really hard to find. Can we just buy it, and then we'll let her use it, and then we'll rent it out later on. So I'm so very grateful and thankful that she did that for me, because it was so much easier to get this done with her, and I taught her how to process her own meat birds later in the future. So now she has that knowledge, which is great to have. So thanks again for watching, y'all. Be blessed. Bye. Be blessed. Bye.